After 20 years with Jamal's father, I found out he was cheating. I don't even know which one to pick from because there were so many.
That is crazy work. Doesn't even know what one to pick from because he cheated on her that much. Now, you would believe that when somebody's been in a relationship, been in a marriage for a certain amount of years, and then they find out that the person they're with literally cheated on them multiple times throughout that whole timeline, you would imagine that once they become single, they would make it quite challenging for the next person to come in. You think that they would need the next person that comes into their life to be somebody that chases them, to give them validation that that person really, really wants to be with them and won't do the no wrong like the person in the past. But instead, with Kimberly, we got something completely different. We got somebody that was more than happy to be the chaser, which is why I truly, genuinely believe that she is the thirstiest female cast member of all time and one of the thirstiest cast members of all time. Okay, now of course this whole video is going to be based on everything that went down with Kimberly and Usman in the very first ever appearance of 90 Day Fiance, which happened to be on before the 90 days. All right, but folks, if you want a follow-up video after this one itself in particular of what happened on their following season, well, then you know what you got to do. You got to help us get to 600 likes for that to happen. But with that being said, though, let's get into what else happens next.
Having been so loyal to somebody that didn't reciprocate that to me was a very hurtful thing.
And you know, when she came out with this statement in this very opening scene, you thought to yourself, or I thought to myself, this is a woman that's on a mission to find somebody who can love her for herself, not on a mission to try and beg a man to be with her. Hey ho.
Social media. I messaged him and told him I was a fan. He messaged me back and I was like, oh my God, he messaged me. Like, what is this? Developed a very, very, very close friendship since then. Been talking for almost a year every single day. Started out as friends, but my feelings for him quickly turned into something more.
Okay, let's just stop and freeze and let's just re-examine that real quick, okay? So she's a fan. She messaged him on social media. He responded to her, and she's already established that she knows that they are friends, and they've been talking and talking and talking every single day. Cool. And now feelings have now developed on one side, not two sides. One side, and those feelings are developed on whose side? On Kimberly's side, not Usman's side. So first and foremost, when we heard that this one has now got feelings for a man that does not have feelings back, you're thinking, okay, where the hell is this going? Because realistically, in this situation, you would want to hear that we was talking as friends for a while, but then we both developed feelings. We didn't hear both. We heard then I developed feelings for him. He's a very handsome man, a bloody. Now listen, there's nothing wrong with the idea of the fact that she was friends with him and then developed feelings for him because she became close to him. Nothing wrong with it any kind of way. But it doesn't mean that you then now go and chase this man to be yours. If he's not reciprocated, keyword, if he has not reciprocated, the same thing. She spoke about the fact that she was in a marriage where loyalty was not reciprocated back, which also meant that her feelings to her ex-husband was also not reciprocated back. So reciprocation is a big part of her next chapter in her life. But instead of going down that route of reciprocation, what happened? She went through a series of bad relationships, bad dates, or whatever it was before even coming to Usman. So you think by the time that she had the divorce with all the men that she met in that timeline, how did you not learn the meaning of reciprocation? How did you not learn to get, to embody that, to know what, to understand what that is? Because by the time she got to Usman, she should have known what reciprocation was. But nah. Girl completely ignored that because she was thirsty. She was thirsty for this Nigerian man that is an artist. And the crazy thing about it is, it wasn't even the case the way she was thirsty, the fact that she was just, in love with Soulja Boy, not Usman. Nah. She was thirsty for both. Because I know sometimes people can be, in love or want the person that is a superstar rather than the person that they are on a normal basis. But nah. She was thirsty for both. Which again is not a bad thing that she liked him, but it was a bad thing that he was not reciprocating it. Not because he was wrong for not reciprocating it, but she was wrong for actually pursuing someone that wasn't reciprocating this. You know when people eat up their own words. But we continue.
We're dating and we're going to see what happens and see how much further we're... I consider us dating.
How do you consider you two dating? I'm just curious. How do you consider that? She said, I consider us dating, but I'm not too sure what he considers it. But then that means you're not dating then. You should know whether you're dating or not on both sides. You can't be talking about how you're dating a guy and you don't even know if he considers it the same. Do you not understand how dumb and stupid and thirsty you sound in that moment in time? That's something that you have to examine. Now, I will say this. I really hope that if Kimberly was to ever come across this video or was to actually watch this video, you need to understand something. This video is not an attack. This is a video to identify everything that Kimberly did. Not necessarily for her to be able to actually, learn from herself in particular, which would be great for herself, but this is for you folks as well. If you ever find yourself in this position where you are literally saying that you are dating someone, but you don't know if they're seeing the same thing, well then you know what you need to do? You need to go to that person and ask them the freaking question. Hey, so we've been talking for a minute now. My feelings are growing for you, okay? Would you say that we are dating? Okay, would you say that we are building up to something, You see what I'm saying, okay? Are we at a stage now where we can now say that we are exclusive? You have to ask that question, because to walk around claiming that you're dating someone without no confirmation from them side, that is just stupid. Like, you look dumb as F for doing that. So please, people, learn from these type of madness here, because this madness is not healthy. And like I said before, Kimberly was watching this video, learn from this madness. Well, but to be fair, this was some years back, so I really hope that she has learned from all the shiz that we are about to discover in this video. But nonetheless, though, honestly, I don't know how somebody can say that I'm dating someone with their chest, knowing fully well that person is not reciprocating that. I feel like I'm going to use that word quite a lot in this video, reciprocation. But we continue.
Right now, Usman calls me his potential girlfriend only because of the experiences with his ex-wife. He's hesitant about getting into another relationship with an older American woman unless we meet in person first.
Yeah, that guy was lying through his teeth, and the lie wasn't even a good one, to be honest with you. That's a lie that's good enough to get. That's a lie that's good enough to give someone that you know that is thirsty for you, someone that is desperate for you. Potential. Somebody please let me know in the comment section real quick, okay? Let me know real quick, okay? Would you stick around for somebody that has made you a potential? Because I tell you this now, if you are a man and a woman says to you that you are a potential, that you are a man that she wants to get to know slowly, if you stick around as a man, you are a simp. You are a simp. I'm gonna tell you why. Because as a man, you should know that no real man will settle for somebody who puts them in the potential category as well as the friend zone category, because you understand that there are other women are out there that you could easily, end up with, that you could be exploring and actually be with, that actually want to be with you, not as a potential, but as who you are. You see what I'm saying? Now, of course, as a woman itself in particular, if your standards are at a respectful level, you will also understand that if this was done in the other way and a man came up to you and said that you are his potential, girl, all you gotta do is look at yourself and be like, is that my worth? Is my worth potential? And if you really believe that your worth is potential, then I'm worried about your mental health. I'm worried about your state of being. I'm worried about how you value yourself, because god damn, if you look at yourself and you be like, I'm worthy of being a potential, then you are nuts. You should look at yourself and be like, listen, I ain't nobody's potential. I know there's plenty of men out there that be more than happy to have me. You know what I mean? Whether or not I want to have them is a different conversation, but I can wait for the right man to come along, because really and truly, as a woman, what you got to understand here and look at the situation is, do I really want to be in a relationship with somebody or chase something with someone, be thirsty for somebody that literally may just make me become batshit crazy? That may end up making me do things that I shouldn't be doing. The kind of person that's going to take me down that traumatic road of just messing me about. The kind of person that's going to put me in a position where I'm going to walk away after and be like, oh, men ain't shit. Even though in reality, it's not the fact that, oh, men ain't shit. The reality is that you keep picking men that ain't shit. Kimberly spoke about how she wasn't reciprocating how she didn't receive reciprocation from her ex, how she's had a bad run of many men. So if you've had a bad run of many men since your divorce, and also including the person you was with, Why the hell would you want to be a potential to anybody? You would want to be like, nah. I ain't being a potential because I've already been with someone before that basically treated me like I was less than potential. And you know the crazy thing is, again, said it with her chest. He told me that I was going to be his potential. Why are you smiling? Why are you happy about that? Oh, goodness gracious me. Somebody told me that I was their potential. Listen, see you later. It was nice knowing you.
Why this trip to Tanzania is so important, because I need to prove that I am the woman for him.
Prove. You do realize that when you are entering a potential, when you're entering a relationship or something that is supposed to be a relationship, you do realize that you're both supposed to be proving yourself to each other, right? There is no proving on one side. You know, you are both in a position where you're both earning each other's trust, loyalty, you name it, the whole shebang. But if just you proving, just you alone proving, may I not say anything else. Now, of course, if you are still here 11 minutes in, you know what that means, right? It means I've got you hooked into the video, which means you obviously want to subscribe, as well as also liking the video. Why else are you still here? Let's continue.
I know that I can make him happy. I know that. But I'm fearful of my heart being broken.
Nobody, and I mean nobody that is fearful of their heart being broken would put themselves in this position.
He told me that he would feel more comfortable if he was in a separate room, until we determined like what our relationship is, because I don't want to feel like I'm there by myself.
So are you just going to throw open the door in your nightgown to
I don't know yet, but I guarantee I will bet you 2 money that he will be in my room.
How do you tell your friends that you bet them by the end of the trip you will be in his room? She said that as if that's some kind of flex. Yeah, so obviously it was this idea that we stay in 2 different rooms, but at the same time, of course, I'm not happy about it. So you know what, girls? I'm actually going to bet you something right now, okay? Because I can see how this is looking to you guys, so don't worry. I've got this under control, and I'm going to be in his room by the end of the trip. If she truly thought that that was a flex, that is a massive concern. Massive concern. Because that is not a flex. I mean, don't get me wrong, if the roles were reversed and the man was like, listen, don't worry, by the end of the trip, it would be viewed very differently, purely because the woman is the one, generally speaking, that usually gives the permission for a man to be able to sleep in the same bed as her. As well as also the woman is the one that gives the permission of when you're able to actually have intimacy for that very first time. After that, I guess, obviously, it's still the woman's permission, but obviously, at that point in time, usually the man leads it in a way that is healthy for their relationship. But to hear Kimberly say that I'm going to work my way into the man's bedroom by the end of the relationship, I mean, for some men, that's a dream kind of situation, to be honest with you. But in a woman's situation, it's not necessarily deemed as a bad thing, but when somebody is as thirsty as what Kimberly is portraying herself to be, it's a bad thing, because it means that she's literally walking in for a potential huge disappointment, a massive heartbreak. She says she does not want to have a heartbreak, but yet she's putting herself in positions where heartbreak is easily done.
Does he want kids?
Of course he does. Hell no. I did all that. No, just say we got married. Just say I would allow him to marry a second wife and have kids.
Hey guys, I was once upon a time married to a guy who cheated me multiple times, so many times that I can't even pick or count how many times he did it. But you know what though? I will happily chase a man who I will happily marry, but also allow him to marry other women so he can have kids with them instead.
Have their own relationship, and you would have your
now
own
until you're actually in it.
But we've discussed it, and when I actually told him this, he was like, wow, you're amazing. And he was like, because I'm...
You're letting him
Yeah,
have 2
you're
women.
Can you guys be happy for me? That's how I feel. Like, I want some happiness in this for me. So defensive, and I have to be so defensive, and this is like my thing, and I'm going, and I want to feel good about it. I mean, what the
I know.
No. I don't know if I'm comfortable with any of this. I really don't know.
They say that people become defensive when they know what they're doing isn't right. I wonder whatever happened to these 2 friends, to be honest with you. Because to be fair, they were great friends. Because they were just trying to keep it 100 with her. But she wasn't looking to hear none of it. She was just more than happy to just walk into danger. In a very unhealthy way.
Is another person I talk to online. She's from America, and I wrote the song that I'm shooting the music video for her. I truly fall in love with that lady.
Did you catch that? Did you catch that? Hold on a minute before I tell you. Hold on a second.
But she could not handle my female fans following and commenting on my posts. So we
Usman Category told Kimberly that I have to meet you first before I can see you being my woman, because I've already been with an American woman in the past and it didn't work out. That woman, that was Lisa. Baby girl Lisa. That's the American woman that he married and it didn't work out. Zara is an American woman that he met after Lisa. But he happily fell for her, and he even said that he categorically loved her. Strong feelings for her. So tell me this. How do you tell Kimberly that you don't want to fall for her right now because you want to wait until you meet her because of what happened in the past with your American woman, but yet you happily fell in love with Zara and then even made a song behind Zara's name? Yep, the boy knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He was playing it hard. But anyway, yeah. And then he says once, the things didn't work out with Zara, that's when he decided to, give Kimberly a chance. So not only is Kimberly a potential, but she's also a rebound, also second choice. Bottom of the barrel.
Oh my
Kimberly! What a classical scene.
These are for you.
thank you.
Oh my God. Together, right? I don't look 50. What? I'm
Kim,
cute.
no, you don't look 50 at all. At
No?
all. You look like 31, 32.
Imagine that. I wonder what life's like. If I was to meet a woman for the very first time and she bought me flowers and I didn't bring her flowers, I wonder what that feels like. Damn. That would feel so weird. But yeah, either way though, the man has gifted you nothing. Which, to be fair, I guess he didn't have to or didn't need to because you are a potential after all. Do you see what I'm saying? And Kimberly is making all of the efforts to try and convince him that she is that one, which I get it. God damn. God diddly damn. But this whole thing to literally beg, or not beg, but to be like, look, see, we look good together. I'm like, I don't even look 50. Please, let's just stop. Let's just calm it down, okay?
Okay.
Who did that?
They did it. This is like the honeymoon suite. This is like the best room.
So you get the honeymoon suite?
Yeah. I mean, it happened.
Yeah, but like you said honeymoon. Do you know what happened?
No, not wedding.
Honeymoon always come after the wedding.
Well, we're not even, so here, it's really special to me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get the most expensive room in the hotel.
Romantic, but it kind of too much because, like, I'm not a boyfriend yet. What?
I bought you one. I mean, you told me yours broke.
Oh my God.
So I got it for you.
Oh, Kimberly, are you for real?
I am.
That's right. No. Oh my. Kimberly.
You like,
Your potential right now.
that's like girlfriend status right there. You know what I'm saying?
Almost, I'm telling you.
You said almost.
I feel like I could probably end the video right here just by confirming that this is the thirstiest cast member of all time, or the thirstiest female cast member of all time at this point. Like, never met the guy, rocks up flowers. That, cool, no worries. Doesn't cost too much. MacBook Pro costs a lot of money. PS5 costs a lot of money. What the hell is going on here? And on top of that, you're not even his wife. You're not even dating him. You're not even exclusive. You're not even his girl. And then just to add the cherry on top, his reaction is that you are pretty much more than a potential right now. No, that he was like, you're getting stronger as the potential. Like, he didn't even say getting closer as my girl. He still used the word potential in that same sentence. And she's like, oh, okay. And then also on top of that, also booked the most expensive room in the resort, the honeymoon suite. All that money. Are you trying to buy the man, or are you trying to convince him? Like, what's your angle here? You know when somebody knows how to just throw themselves into the deep end or shoot themselves in the foot? Because let's just say, for example, moving forward, he would now start to assume that you're loaded. Most expensive room, expensive flight. You bought him a MacBook Pro, as well as a PS5. Even if this man decided to agree that he wants to be with you, he may just be with you on the premise of the fact that he thinks that you're loaded. That's it. So that means his whole relationship with you will be based on your bank account, not actually on you as a person. This is why people, please, when you're trying to get someone's attention, respectfully, do not buy them a shitload of shit. Because when you buy them a lot of things, they're going to think that this is the basis of their relationship. And the moment that you don't buy them things, or you can't buy them things, it becomes a problem. Look at Jasmine and Gino, for example. The moment Gino said, I'm quitting my job when she moved to Michigan and he said, I can't pay for this and that, what happened? Jasmine went and found another man and got pregnant. But anyway, yeah, this is ridiculous.
Literally hugging and kissing as gifts. And I'm sitting over here like, hello, can I get some of that? As much action as those damn gifts did.
Desperation. Desperation. Well, this is the point that I'm making. You spoil him with gifts and all those kind of things that aren't really affected to an actual relationship, but then he's going to fall in love with the concept of the gifts rather than the concept of you. Setting yourself up for failure.
Here? But why is Kim here? Just to look pretty?
I will tell you what. She happened to be a fan.
And more?
Yeah, fan and more. I love that.
A fan with potential.
Oh, wow. Potential to what?
I mean, like girlfriend,
Okay, like the
relationship,
future.
you know?
The future is that, like, you know, if everything goes well.
Even though it's the truth, being introduced as the fan is hilarious to me. Absolutely hilarious. Like, this shit is so sad to watch. So sad. Like, where is your own self-respect at this point? You meet another woman, of course, on a professional level, but guess what? You're still a fan. Just a fan. Not even a super fan. A fan to potential. Potential to what?
We have to get to know each other. So I think you should give up your room and give it to somebody in your team.
Wait.
I really want you to stay with me. I really do.
Hold on a second, guys. I'm feeling a bit dehydrated because, boy, this amount of thirst is making me thirsty as hell. That woman is thirsty. And to be honest with you, that wasn't even the end of it.
I was thinking, like, you know, we should be in the same room after we decided to be together as a whole boyfriend.
But what if you don't decide that till the last day? Then what?
Oh, wait,
never mind.
wait.
Just never mind.
Wait, now you're getting pissed
I'm not
about
pissed.
this. You are.
No, I'm not.
Thirsty!
In your own way. That was what happened with my last relationship.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I feel like you're just trying to grab something and go back. So even if you...
Wow. Is that what you think, really?
Even if...
We only have this time, and I keep saying that. And it's not like I'm begging you for sex or anything like that.
I mean, she might as well be. Really pushing and pressing. Saying, hey, you are sleeping in my room. Forget your room, cancel it, give it to your man, then whatever. You're coming to me, you're coming with me. I mean, how can you literally have a whole hissy fit and make a whole scene about him, about you wanting him to sleep in your room, and then have the audacity to say it's not like I'm begging you for sex? I mean, she may not have said that directly, but why are you begging him so much to want to sleep in the same room as you? I mean, if there's an attraction, you know what happens between the man and the woman when they sleep in the same room. Honestly, I'd be cautious as well if I was him. Because why are you moving so thirsty? Why are you begging so much? Why are you getting pissed about it? It's not a good look. It's a very unattractive look.
Defeated. Like, what's the point? He would stay with me. Obviously, I was wrong about that. Stay with me. Obviously, I was wrong about that. But now that as we're getting closer and the time is getting shorter, we should be getting to know everything about each other so we make the right decision.
In a situation where two people like each other back to back, the reciprocation, they both put in the same level of effort to be together, everything that you're saying is 1000% correct. But in a situation where one does not like the other one and the other one is trying to convince the other one to like them, your situation is incorrect. In fact, the thing that you should be reading from it is that you're putting in all this effort and he's not reciprocating it. So therefore, what should you be doing in this situation? Come on, folks, let me know in the comment section. Now, of course, it has been 24 minutes pretty much, or just over 24 minutes, reaching up 25-minute mark. And I know you're still here because I've got you hooked in. And you know what happens when I've got you hooked in? It means you gotta subscribe. And also hit that like button. Come on now, don't play with your boy. But let's continue.
Oh my God, like, I don't even know if there's words to explain, like, what is going on inside of me. He's surprised that Usman changed his mind. Would you want to, like, watch a movie? Want to have sex? I just thought I'd throw that in there. I just thought I'd try.
I don't think in any culture you can just meet somebody and have sex with that person, unless if you met prostitute and you are in need.
Desperation, desperation, desperation. But let's talk about that prostitute comment. It's funny because he says that I don't see it in that way, which is clear because he hasn't given her anything financially. Meanwhile, she has bought him how many items? I mean, at this rate, he might as well be her prostitute. She has bought all these things to try and win him over. She's bought him all these things with the hopes that she will bed him. So if anything, she's been treating you as if you're the prostitute, as if you are the escort, as if you are the adult service. That's the maddest part about it all. But nonetheless, for him to talk about in cultures and not sleeping the first time, why is he lying for? This guy has obviously probably bedded so many women, on a one-night stand type situation, so that's just BS, first and foremost. But nonetheless, though, the way she's getting so excited about it, I want to say it's cringe, but at the same time, I guess we all get excited when we're able to get close to someone that we've always wanted to get close to. It's just that in this situation, it's cringe due to the fact that it is so desperately thirsty. And therefore, it makes it so ugh.
What's going on? I was very disappointed that nothing happened last night. Do or die moment. And I have to do it. So I have my, hey, liquid courage. I'm cute.
Respect is a big, big thing. Crucial, massive thing. And when someone doesn't want to respect you, that's a problem. So the thing here with Kimberly is that why is she struggling so much to respect the request by him? He has told you multiple times that he does not want to bed with you. He does not want to sleep with you. He's also said to you that until he chooses to become official with you, he wants to keep a distance from you sexually. But yet she still wants to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And the maddest thing about it is that all she's doing is frustrating herself. But instead of paying attention to the fact that she's frustrating herself, she's going to keep going with this false hope that she's given herself. I wonder what it's like to chase someone that doesn't reciprocate anything back. In fact, I wonder what it's like to chase somebody that not only do they not reciprocate anything back, but you're still trying to act, but you still have hope that you can bed them, that they will sleep with you. Even if they decide to sleep with you, it will probably be down to just peer pressure. It wouldn't even be down to the fact that it has now come natural. It will come to the fact that you've been hounding them and hounding them and hounding them. And the matter of fact is, reverse the roles, reverse the genders. The conversation becomes a whole lot more massive. The way life works, eh?
Puya.
Are you like that? Are we going to bed? So we're going to go to sleep?
Yeah, good night.
No sex, but just going to go to
No
sleep?
sex.
Why? Why?
Is that what you want?
I mean, yeah.
We have to make decision before we have sex.
But why don't you want to have sex with me, though? I don't understand.
We will have sex.
No, when?
Listen.
Why? Is this not enough?
It's enough. But listen.
Make a decision like now. Like this is so crazy, honestly.
Are you seeing this? Of course you're seeing this because you're here, right? But are you seeing this? Some things just leave us speechless. We just sit there in just pure judgment. Just disgusting.
You just don't want me. Just admit you don't want me. If you admit that, I'm fine.
I will not invite you. You're my Kimberly getting mad on me because I refuse to have sex with her.
But that's what you do?
Well, Uzma decided to leave the room, evacuate. It's funny because she even tried to do the reverse psychology on him, being like, "So, just tell me you just don't want me then," and I get it. The way she's trying to get him to, she's trying to fish for compliments, fish for him to say something nice. So therefore, she'd be like, "Well, then why are we not doing it?" It is kind of crazy, isn't it? What goes through people's minds when they're behaving in this way? Like, isn't something telling you that you're being disturbing? Isn't something telling you that you're being cringe? Isn't something telling you that you're being a turnoff? Isn't something telling you that you're not looking right? You're looking like you're crazy? I mean, as far as I understand, men are told multiple times that no means no from a woman. So shouldn't a no mean a no from a man as well? Calamity.
Stand up here. I don't want you to go.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
that's
I'm
why
so bad.
I moved to your room today and you're telling me that we have to have sex. You don't need to tell me
We
to.
don't go. I like you here. Don't go. I came here for you.
But told that?
Fine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This woman is unhinged. And not only is she unhinged, do you know what the thing that I find quite amusing here? And listen, I'm gonna say it. The little nighty thing that she wore for bed, like when somebody says, "Oh, I'm gonna wear something cute, something sexy that's gonna get my man in the mood," and you know what they wear ain't cute. You know when what they wear is just horrendous. Like I'm just saying it as it is. That little nighty thing that she's wearing there, pink of the love hearts. I don't know why she thought that was cute. Remember when Renee wore the other one as well for, the Renee one was actually quite comical because she wore something that a blind man wouldn't even be able to see. So that was even hilarious of alone. She literally made a whole video and sent it to Chidi saying, "Look at me, da 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 da." But like, bruh, the dude can't see you. So what are you doing? But even what she wore, probably better than what Kimberly wore, but it was like, that's not that deep. The moral of the story is if you're gonna say wear something cute, something sexy, at least make sure it's actually cute and sexy. Ideally, you want to wear something that's a bit more. I guess maybe it depends on your perspectives. You know what I mean? Obviously, what you're looking for. But my advice would be personally based on my own interests. Stockings. You know what I mean? That come up to like just above knee height. And obviously get a nice little bra and pants set. You know what I'm saying? Usually French lace, I would say. I think the French lace. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? With something else around that kind of like attaches everything together, you know what I mean? Like, so it makes you look, you know what I'm saying? Now, of course, the night that she's wearing, you could, if it was going to be a night like that, it had to be silk. I mean, for me, it had to be silk. You know what I'm saying? Okay, silk, red little silk, black little silk, white little silk. Doesn't really matter, to be fair. Little silk with a little French little lace at the bottom of it. You know what I mean? Comes about knee high. You know what I'm saying? But even under that, you're gonna have a nice little set. And to be fair, you can argue and say that regardless of the woman's body type, wearing a nice little set, can still do the job depending on the person you're with and what they like. Yeah, I'm just saying the fact that she thought that she's wearing was actually gonna convince him is just outrageous to me, to be honest. It looks like something that a kid would wear, to be honest with you. It looks like something that someone wears like when they're having a bad day, to be honest, when they can't be bothered personally. But anyway, let me stop ranting about that. It's just diabolical that she thought that was cute and that was gonna convince him. I know it wouldn't convince him anyway, and it clearly didn't convince him. But then at the same time, there's nothing Kimberly could ever do that could ever convince me to want to be in that situation with her. And at the same time, I would never be in a situation like that with anybody. Like, what is that about? But anyway, we continue.
Okay,
Boyfriend and girlfriend.
But like, I don't know how you feel, and that bothers me. It bothers me so bad. Like I am so in love with you.
I love
so
you
much
my own
like
way. I love you my own way.
Like,
Now, I forgot to mention, to be fair. Yes, obviously, he's trying to leave the hotel. She's telling him no. Imagine the roles were reversed the other way around, you know what I mean? Uzma was trying to tell her that she can't leave. If that wouldn't look good at her. Remember when Mike Burke wouldn't let him and her leave the house, but he's the one that paid for some dumb nonsense? Oh, it was crazy work. No. So he refused to leave the house when she kicked him out because he was being disturbing. But anyway, it's not a good look. But in this situation here, Usman's a dickhead for it. Really, really misleading. The way he's like, oh, I like you so much. She's like, you can't say that because I'm so much in love with you. I don't know what she thought she was going to get out of that, but his response is diabolical. I love you my own way, smiling. Bruh, you're leading it on, which is the calamity of it all. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, though, for the most part, he hasn't really had to do much lead on for her to be this way. Throughout, like, literally the whole season so far that we've seen it, he's done minimal really truly to lead her on. It's all been her leading herself on. You see what I'm saying? But either way, for him to say that is just nasty work because he's not helping himself. He's making the situation even worse than what it is. Out here telling a crazy woman that's head over heels for him that he loves it his own way. But the way she's begging for him to tell her that he loves her is actually disturbing. Like, why are you trying to force him to tell you something that isn't real? Get over the fact that he's not into you. Get over it.
and be like heartbroken? Is that what's gonna happen?
Don't
No,
go.
stop.
Don't.
Am I gonna go back home and be heartbroken and all my friends and my son and my mom would be like, oh, we were right about him?
The way she used her family as a tool to try and get to him is comical behavior. Like, well, what does it matter if you go home and that's what you ever tell them? So what?
You know?
I understand this one. This one. Get to sleep, and then by tomorrow.
No, I don't want to sleep. I want to have sex. Stop! Get off me! You're such an ass. I swear to God, you are. Like I can't do this. I can't.
Honestly, you know what? This is hilarious stuff to me right now. How many times you got to keep saying that you want sex, and how many times does it tell you no? And now, it literally, she says I want sex. He says good night, and then she's like, you know what? I can't. I just can't. I'm British. I can't. I just can't. Or Americans. I can't. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, she's like, no, I can't. Right? So she gets up. Why are you leaving? But hold on a minute. When he told you no, and you would not accept the no, he then said, okay, I'm leaving. This guy left. You then asked him to come back, and then he comes back to get his stuff. And then when he gets his stuff, you're telling him that he can't leave. He must stay because if he goes, he's going to make you sad. But you don't want to see him leave. But then you try again to try and get sex out of him. And he says, no, good night. And now you're trying to leave the room. It's crazy because all she's trying to do is reverse psychology. She's trying to get him to be like, no, don't go. Stay. The way she's fully trying to manipulate or trying to guilt trip him into being nice to her, into falling in love with her, into into him making her his girlfriend, and then also sleep with her is actually nasty work. Diabolical. Oh my goodness gracious me. I don't want to see it, but like I kind of want to see what this would be like if a man did this on a season. You know what I mean? Like the way that people would react to it will be different. And if we ever see a man come on and behave in this way to the T, first and foremost, TLC probably wouldn't film it anyway. But if they did, I would come back to this season and be like, remember when Kimberly was running wild? Running like a freaking hyena. Huh? Running like a hyena that hadn't been fed in God knows how long. Lion King type stuff. You know the hyenas in that one? Mm-hmm. She definitely ain't no Scott, I can tell you that much.
He's gonna cuss me out, and I don't want that to happen.
He's gonna do what?
He's gonna cuss you out like a dog.
He's gonna cuss you.
He's my son. Jamal got me coming here because he doesn't trust Usman's intentions.
The way she used her son to try and get under his skin is nuts. She's pulling every single weapon out of the bag. Well, you know what? Because you won't give me no sex, yeah, you won't tell me I'm your girlfriend, you won't tell me you love me. Guess what? My son's gonna find out and he's gonna cuss you out. We should all be so afraid. Is she hearing herself? Well, we all know what happened, right? We all know what happened when Jamal finally met Usman. But listen, folks. If you want to, obviously, if you haven't seen what happened and you want to see it, we'll easily do a part 2 of this video. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, of the return season when he does meet Jamal, we see how Jamal obviously behaved. You know, because it was definitely not what Kimberly portrayed it to be. That's for sure. But anyway, using your son to try and convince a man to sleep with you is just nasty work. If real mother that actually loves her son wouldn't use her son as a weapon in this situation, wouldn't use him as a tool one bit, how much do you actually care for your son? Because if you did, you wouldn't be saying these kind of things. But you're putting your son in this situation. Why? My son's gonna cuss you out. So, sit down.
He's only 7 years older than him. Jamal has seen the devastation that men have caused me, so I know he doesn't want to see me in a bad place again.
I'm sorry, but the only person that's put you in a bad place is you. You've gone to Tanzania to see a guy that never claimed you as his. He made your potential. So this place you're gonna be in won't be due to him. It will be due to you. Calamity.
If we leave here and I'm not in a relationship with you, I'm done. I'm going to just be your friend. I'm just not gonna do it. Be Usman. And I'm not gonna sit here and beg some dude to have sex with me, beg some dude to kiss me, and then go home and not have any answers and just be your friend.
Laying down the conditions. Oh, how desperate can someone be? Honestly, how desperate can someone be?
We're having sex tonight. Hard one. African way.
What does that mean? He was shocked as hell when Usman said he was going to have sex with me tonight. So now I'm like all excited and nervous.
You know, if this was the other way around, what would this considered be? Finally saying, yes, I'll have intimacy with you. If it was a man doing this, would the intimacy that they share be labeled as just sex? Or would it be labeled as something else? And then for her to have the audacity after to say, well, so once we do this, does this then mean that we'll then be in a relationship? Is he just testing out the goods before he confirms it? Diabolical.
Call me baby from now on, no potential anymore.
Oh, no missed potential, but I won.
I win. I win. Does she not understand or hear how petty and childish she sounds? You've had to literally beg a man to make you his girlfriend, beg a man to sleep with you. And you spoke about how you wanted somebody who can reciprocate your energy. He has not reciprocated anything at any point at all. You won. You didn't win shit. You put yourself in the same position you put yourself all these years, being with somebody that won't reciprocate the energy that you want to give to them. I don't ever feel sorry for her. The calamity.
Is this funny too? I hope that was funny too.
Now, don't get me wrong. The whole premise of this video is just exposing how thirsty Kimberly was in this very first season that she was in with Usman. But I definitely wasn't going to miss out also identifying the fact that she has a mean streak. So obviously Usman decides to finally tell her that the song Zara is actually about a woman that he actually was with, he was actually in a relationship with called Zara. Kimberly is obviously not happy with the fact that Usman had a whole other woman throughout the whole time that they were talking, has friends. The fact that she even got emotional about the fact that she was talking to him, has friends, and he had a whole relationship going at the same time, is actually diabolical. Because at the end of the day, it's not like he was actually having two relationships at the same time. Literally, you knew that he was a friend. When you came to Zanzibar, you came there as a friend. You literally messaged him as a fan. What he was doing with his own personal life separate from you had nothing to do with her. But hey, for her now, she's upset. So she's like, you see this chain that I got for you? It was expensive. It wasn't easy to get it for you. So I'm going to take it away and I'm not going to give it back to you until set time. Usman's like, are you being serious? And literally laughs at the whole situation because he sees it as childishness because she has no right to be mad at him. Which, to be fair, I agree. Now, don't get me wrong. Should he have told her earlier that the song was about Zara? Or should he have not told her in general that the song was about someone called Zara? The way I look at it is, well, because she's now his... I don't really feel like he needed to tell her, to be honest with you. Because when the song was made and when he was Zara, them two were just friends. So I don't really see why it's that deep. To be fair, I don't even know why I even bothered telling her. I mean, his reason was online. When this song comes out, you're gonna find online that this song was actually about someone else. So I guess on that premise, yeah, she should have told her sooner. But for her to react the way she reacted with the throwing the drink is nasty work, and I bear this in mind. This was just the first time she did it. Remember, she did it again in another season. So I feel like sometimes we also forget that Kimberly also has a mean streak as well, that when she doesn't get what she wants, she can be rather violent. And to be fair, when she doesn't get what she wants, not only can she be violent by throwing drinks in Usman's face, but she can also try and manipulate you at the same time, and also use her own family as a way to, you know, to threaten you. She truly is not a nice person. Let's just call it what it is. Far from it. I'm not convinced.
I believe you love me because we've been talking to each other for a year, but you're not in love with me. I believe it. I am done trying to figure it out.
What am I going to do?
I don't know. Figure it out. Either you come correct with me and prove it, or I'm getting on a plane tonight. You think my friends want me here?
Safe flight.
Wow, really? Safe flight?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's just funny because each time she has tried to use reverse psychology on him, it has not worked at any given time. And it just pisses off even more. He's like, okay, safe flight. And then walks out. I gotta say, I love the reaction. Love the reaction.
Go down for me. I like the way you put it down on me. They make me hydrate too. Don't play no game, yo. I don't know what else I should do to make you believe that I love you. I realize that
Good.
Okay, I want us to move forward, and see what we can do good for.
Let's just go back to the very, very beginning. Kimberly spoke about how she was married for 7 amount of years to Jamal's father. And throughout those years, that man cheated on her back to back, so many times that She can't even tell you. So much to the point that even after that marriage, she went through a spell of bad relationships. So much that she got to the point where she said that she wanted to find somebody that could reciprocate the energy that she wants to give. Throughout the whole episodes, she has not shown any of the energy of looking for someone to reciprocate any of that stuff. Now, also on top of that, when she found out about Usman and Zara, she pretty much said that he was cheating, and that's something that she would not tolerate or ever want to be a part of because it's something that she's already experienced. But then all of a sudden, we're in a position where he makes a song, and she forgives him straight away, and believes that he does love her. Despite the fact that throughout the whole of this video, all we've seen her do is beg him to love her and beg him to sleep with her. So how could she truly believe that this man actually does love her? Or better yet, that the fact that he's in love with her. You know what's funny though? A lot of people think love is an emotion when really and truly love is actually a choice. That's why there is conditional love and unconditional love, because we choose who we love. And the matter of fact is that this man does not choose to love her. He chooses just to keep around because of the benefits that she was bringing with her support. But she has chosen to love him because she wants someone to love her back. That's why she loves him. The love that she's chosen for this man isn't based on what he has done for her. It is based on desperation, thirstiness, hoping that if she shows him as much care as possible, that he will want her back. No, that he will end up choosing to love her back. That is diabolical behavior.
Experience of a lifetime, and I'm leaving as Usman's girlfriend. I should be going home happy. But the fact that he won't kiss me in public still, after all this time, are you ashamed of me? I mean, what is it?
Well, the question is, let's say he is ashamed of you. Are you then gonna leave him? Is your thirst thing gonna dry up? She's just
She is so attractive and young. She is 26. To think maybe one day we can have a beautiful family and have children. To be back together, like, from your side. Is that what you want? I don't know.
Kimberly leaves, and this man is straight on the phone to Zara. The saddest thing about it is that Kimberly finds out, but still gives him a chance. Thirst is a dangerous thing. Please, ladies and gentlemen, always stay hydrated. Never let thirst get the best of you.
It goes somewhere. Where is this going?
I don't know yet. I just want to enjoy like the fact that I'm his girlfriend right now.
And that's exactly where we will end it, folks, because that was pretty much the last scene of Kimberly and Usman on season 5 of Before the 90 Days. Well, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you've made it all the way to the end, please do hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next upload. Peace.